Joe Rogan has reasons to believe that Kanye West may be in danger, and he explains why on his most recent episode. He touched on his concern for Kanye's safety when discussing Kanye West's new record that was banned from almost all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, you name it. When he was discussing that record with Tom Segura.
Speaking of the Jews, have you seen Kanye's new song?
Bro.
What?
Here's the thing.
What?
My
First of all, kind of catchy.
Well, that's the problem with it. That's the problem. Is like the guy from production, like he's never lost a step. He can make a beat. He can he's so talented.
He's a genius.
He's a talented producer, man. I do think it's like when first of all, I think people are kind of done asking him questions because most of it he puts out is like self-released kind of commentary or thoughts. Because he's saying just this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. But there is a thing where that song is like, what are you doing, dude? Like, what are you doing for real?
It's the ultimate pushing back.
Yeah, I guess. But there is like I think I have a pretty, let things go kind of vibe to me. Right?
Obviously.
And I've always been like, yeah, say whatever you're going to say. But I do think like making a catchy song about that, I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like you're just getting, at a minimum, you're just going to get more people that think it's cool to say Heil Hitler. Like that's at the minimum.
Well, I think that's part of the program. I think it's part of what he's trying to do.
Joe Rogan had a pretty nuanced take on the Kanye West situation. Because he didn't absolutely condemn Kanye West, platforms like the Majority Report will create videos and clips such as Joe Rogan moronically glazes Kanye's blank song. That's because when it comes to Kanye West show, he's so polarizing. It's kind of like Trump in like 2016. Trump was so polarizing then that even having commentary on Trump that was anything other than I don't like this dude, I hate him. If you even had a neutral take on Trump, bruh, you were seen as the worst of the worst, like an absolute deplorable. The Trump effect is the same thing that applies to Kanye West in 2025. If you have a nuanced take, if you think Kanye West is a musical genius, or you say something that can't really be disputed, like Kanye West is really good at making music, you get labeled a deplorable and you get labeled as somebody who co-signs all the bad things about Kanye West. I don't think that applies here. I think Joe Rogan really believes the song is catchy and he understands what Kanye West is doing. I don't condone Kanye West making that song. I don't think the song is a great song and I don't feel like the song is helpful. But Kanye West's reason for making that song is pretty simple to understand, to be honest, bruh. Kanye West has been criticizing a specific group of people for profiting and monetizing Black pain, for deliberately pushing and putting a lot of dollars in music that glorifies Black genocide. Kanye West is saying, how do it feel if I make music that glorifies the genocide of y'all? That's it. Now, I'm not co-signing that. I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's good. I don't feel like nobody should be profiting from music pushing genocide of any people. Joe will pose a question to Tom Segura that's been on a lot of people's mind because I've seen a few think pieces about this on social media. And that is, hold on, how come there are songs that are allowed on DSPs that are glorifying, monetizing, and exploiting other people's traumas? However, it seems as if there's only one group whose trauma cannot be exploited. And if that's the case, if only one people's trauma can be exploited or monetized on these platforms, then that feeds into everything Kanye West is saying. And no, I don't think the solution to this and the remedy for this is to then start taking down songs that exploit or monetize other demographics. Because think about it, bro. Do we really want them to start taking down songs that monetize from Black trauma? Bro, all of our rappers will start putting fries in the bag, bro. Future, fries in the bag. Lil Baby, fries in the bag. Lil Durk, fries in the bag. Almost 70% of the rappers right now, their entire catalog will be off DSPs. Do we really want that? Probably not, right? So what we're saying sounds great in theory, but we really don't want that. What we want is essentially, hey, bruh, free speech, DSPs, y'all don't ever step in. Don't step in now. Let the people regulate it. Because, the people will regulate the malarkey.
It is crazy. But it's also kind of a sign of the times.
I guess. Yeah.
This is a chaotic world we're living in.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, this kind of highlights the benefits. I mean, I want to say this like carefully because I don't want to think I want to say real clearly. I don't support people saying that. I don't think it's a good thing to say.
No.
I don't say it. I certainly don't think. I don't think any racism is good. I don't think anti-Semitism is good. I don't think anti-Christianity is good. I don't think Asian hate is good. I don't think anything is good. But there's a benefit to just letting people talk. Like, let people say whatever the fuck they want to say, even if it sucks. This is the benefit of Twitter. But this is also the bad part. It's like the fucking song has so many millions of hits on Twitter. It's been banned from every platform.
Yeah.
But is it good to ban things from platforms, or is it better to let it be out there and let people talk about it? Because if you ban it, then people want to hear it more.
That's true.
And then it becomes more popular, and then it kind of supports what he says, which is that there's this concerted effort, if you talk about Jewish people, that they're going to remove you from everything, remove you from banking, which is what he's saying. They run everything. Mm-hmm. So if they didn't, like if it was just you were talking about Puerto Ricans, look what happened to Tony. Nothing.
Yeah.
He's doing great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if there's certain people that you're allowed to pick on.
A few people pointed this out, but there's a couple of songs on Spotify right now where songs calling black folks the hard ER. One song in particular is pretty popular with a certain demographic. Those songs aren't banned from Spotify. Those songs are allowed to still be up on Apple Music and other platforms. However, the Kanye song got banned. And that's what a lot of people is talking about. When you start overregulating and when you start having rules and regulations, well, you put people in control of that. And when you put people in control of everything, it's going to be flawed because humans are flawed and biases are going to creep in. And if the people that are being criticized and marginalized don't look like you, then you don't care. Which is why songs calling black folks the hard ER, those songs are still up. Songs probably going against Hispanics are probably still up. Songs probably going against white folks are still up. But songs going against a certain group, hey, bro, that's where the line gets drawn. You feel me? And that's where I believe the flaws come in. Because all that does is just reinforce Kanye West's point. That's all that does, bro. And no, my solution isn't, again, take down the songs that's calling black folks the hard ER. No, because, again, once people are in control of certain things, it's always going to be flawed and biases is going to happen. The people will ultimately regulate the system and the environment. I was on a podcast recently. Someone asked me, hey, Flacco, do you believe that white folks should be able to speak on hip hop? Don't you think it's detrimental to the culture if this content is made and this content is made and Trepler Rawls do King Von and you do this and act them? I say, listen, bro, the audience will regulate the culture themselves. Eventually, when people believe that certain content is becoming too harmful than useful, they will stop watching. And once they stop watching, people will then cater their content and how they maneuver in this industry to the audience. The audience will regulate what goes on. But it's hard for you to say, this is harmful, or this should not be allowed, when there's an audience that appreciate it, when there's an audience of people who watch these people content and enjoy it. So who are you to say the content that the content that you watch is better than the content that they watch? No, eventually the culture will regulate what should happen and what shouldn't happen, right? And that's where I believe this is at. But then the conversation takes a dark turn. And it takes a dark turn because this is where most of these conversation ends up. And these conversations wouldn't end up at this point if there weren't examples of what Joe Rogan is about to say.
And make jokes about or mock or say something, and you can get away with it.
Yeah. Well, I think he's made his point. I think we all get it now.
It's never going to end. Yeah. But how does it end? This is the question. When I was watching that song, first of all, I was by myself. When I first saw the song, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, no way.
Yeah. No.
It's like, no way. And I'm watching it on my phone. I'm like, yo. And then my first thought was, how does this end? Mm-hmm. Because this ends. This is going to end. There's going to come a time where they're going to realize, like, this is a problem.
Yeah.
So how does it end? Does it end in assassination? Does it end in
There's definitely people that want to kill him.
Financial ruin?
Sure. Yeah.
That's not good PR to me. And Tom Segura is part of that demographic as well. So Tom Segura is saying, there are some people who want to take him out. To me, that's not good PR. And that just goes against fundamentally everything as Americans that we believe in. As Americans, we don't believe that somebody should be murdered over their opinions. We don't believe somebody should be murdered over speech. even though this history do have a history of murdering activists over their speech, a la MLK, a la Malcolm, right? So the history of this country says otherwise, but the fundamental belief that we're told was free speech exists and people shouldn't be harmed over free speech. But the way they're talking, bro, it don't look like Kanye West ain't gonna go unharmed, right? Kanye West has been pretty vocal about being targeted whenever he expressed certain opinions. And this is not something that's gone without any proof, right? Like we've seen text messages between Kanye West and some dude called Harley Pascanot. He's a personal trainer. A personal trainer who apparently deals with diet and getting people in shape. But when he's seen Kanye West's Twitter rant, he texts Kanye West, hey, I'm gonna get you institutionalized and visits with your kids won't feel the same no more. And these are messages that weren't doctored, these were real messages that Harley sent Kanye West. I'm asking you, how do a personal trainer got that much pull to where he'll be able to institutionalize Kanye West? How can anyone institutionalize anyone over opinions and statements? So Kanye West has spoken about how he feels like his life has been in danger. He feels like he's been public enemy number one. He feels like he's being targeted. And from what we've watched, Kanye West recently was supposed to do an interview with academics. Kanye West told Ack, hey, listen, bro, we got to do the interview like today at like 9 a.m., like right now, because I got to go to Japan because I feel like my life is in danger. Kanye West is currently in Spain right now because he feels like he's going to get killed over his opinions. He feels like he's going to get killed over his Twitter rant. He feels like people are coming for him because he's too influential and he's saying things that they don't like. So this is not so. So when I hear Joe Rogan and Tom Segura confirming, people want to get Kanye West, this is not shocking to me, not the least, because Kanye West has spoken about this. But because Kanye West can be, I don't know, frantic, can be a little bit loony, a little bit unhinged, when he says certain things, they sort of go like it goes in one ear and out the other, and it really don't get like noticed. But Kanye, bro, I think he's in danger. I don't feel like Kanye West right now is living a life without paranoia, is living a life with no. Kanye West is in grave danger right now. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, okay? Do y'all believe what Kanye West says, that is worth him being harmed, is worth him being hurt? Do you guys feel like Kanye West has gone too far? And do you guys feel like DSPs and Spotify and Apple Music should be able to ban Kanye West's song? Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think, all right? And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out why I believe this podcaster should have all her podcast mics banned. I'm going to see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.